This is the moment we've all been waiting for. It's the grand finale of the FIM Asia Supermoto Championship 2017 in Kuala Lumpur, Malaysia. This leg of the race is going to be a bit of a challenge because it is scorching hot and it's the final push for all our riders. So let's see who wins the championship.
Okay, this year we had 5 rounds throughout Asia. We are very happy because we have seen the participation from across the world, world best, especially this round, the last finale. We are having the top number 4 world championship rider here.
Obviously, we are taking the championship step by step as we go along. We're very grateful to FIM Asia for extending our contract for the next 10 years. And eventually, my dream, especially, is to have one race every month in a different city, in a different country.
2017 was providing a number of historic moments, and Singapore continued this tradition as the FIM Asia Supermoto Championship brought the exciting sport to the island nation for the very first time, just as we did in Taiwan.
Okay, for go-karts, I think we're heading in the right direction. For cars and for motorcycles, I would like to see a circuit in Singapore finally. Right, that will help very much to improve the motorsports for cars and motorcycles. And of course, we would like to have FIM Asia Supermoto to come back to Singapore. From what we have seen today, it's really good for us.
The meeting was held at the KF1 karting complex on a layout designed by renowned Formula 1 track designer Herman Tilk. A welcome addition to the competition in Singapore was the appearance of Danish rider Simon Wilhelmsen, who finished 4th in this year's Supermoto World Championship, and what a rival he would prove to be. He may have had no chance of taking out the title, but Wilhelmsen could certainly play a major part in how the championship unfolded in the final 4 races and take some vital points away from the major contenders. While Garbett made a welcome return to the series after recovering from injuries, there was another debutant with Japanese rider Yasushi Matsumoto making the trip and proving a worthy entrant into the series. Demonstrating yet again the talent that saw Cornish finish 3rd in the AMA Supermoto Championship this year, he again dominated practice and qualifying and claimed another pole position in the Super Chrono shootout for the top 6 riders. Wilhelmsen was second on the grid, although the Danish rider had a couple of crashes due to brake and clutch problems. Cornish won in emphatic style by over 12 seconds from Garbett after his welcome return to the series. Matsumoto crossed the line in 3rd position but was penalised 10 seconds for crossing the track at the start of the race. This promoted Tan Tong to a podium position and, more importantly, vital championship points in his quest for the title. Cornish's confidence was sky high for repeat performance in race 2, but the weather had other ideas. Initially, the rain began to fall as drizzle and officials declared it a wet race. However, the rain soon turned into a severe tropical monsoon that even the locals said was one of the heaviest of recent times. Subsequently, the start was delayed in the hope that conditions would clear, but they became worse, and due to safety concerns with the amount of lightning strikes hitting the track, the officials had no choice but to abandon the meeting. A very disappointing end to the weekend.
I'm a little bit disappointed the race was cancelled because I had really good form on this track. Qualification, I was on pole, Super Chrono, I put it on pole and I won race 1. So, obviously I was looking to repeat that performance, but the rain came in and the thunderstorm came in and it was, it's like a monsoon out there. So maybe it was for the best, but I'm just going to try and carry on riding how I've been riding and, hopefully take the championship in KL.
We're about to start the free practice. As you can see, some of the riders behind me are still getting ready. Now this is the chance for the riders to familiarize themselves with the track, try out whatever gears and tires they may have so that they know how to assemble their bikes for the qualifying round.
Thanks again, JD, and what a thrilling qualifying session it was. Wilhelmsen was in determined mood as he and Cornish swapped places at the top of the timesheets. But after the 30-minute session, it was Cornish who claimed the top spot.
Now that we're done with the qualifying rounds, it's time for the Super Chrono where our riders will compete for their pole positions for Moto 1. Let's see how they do.
For the 20-minute Super Chrono session for the top 6, the earlier qualifying results meant nothing. And as such, Cornish and Wilhelmsen were hard at it yet again, each taking turns at the top of the sheets. But it was Wilhelmsen who was out to prove why he's number 4 in the world, and he wasn't going to settle for second best, and as such claimed the pole position.
No, I was not expecting it. After last weekend I had a lot of trouble. I have many mistakes, hard to go on the bike and ride because it's so different. So I was not expecting to go for the number 1 today, but I tried to push and yeah, I'm very happy about it. I think the other riders are very fast, so it is great to start in the first position. It's easier for me to go.
You know, I've got to be honest, I'm a little bit disappointed. The 2 practice sessions and the qualifying session previous to Super Chrono, I was leading the results. So, you know, I just ran out of time in that session. Simon put in a really good lap, and I just didn't have time to counteract it, you know. But there's less than 0.1 of a second between me and Simon, so I know tomorrow, realistically, it's anyone's race. You know, whoever gets the best start is probably going to be the one that takes it home.
Perasaan saya untuk Super Chrono, saya sangat berpuas hati dalam keadaan yang cuaca yang baik dan keadaan trek yang baik. So, saya berharap saya akan buat yang terbaik pada Moto 1 untuk lebih ke hadapan dan untuk mendapatkan poin di overall Asia Championship.
Now that we're done with the qualifying round and the Super Chrono round, it's finally time for Moto 1.
The grand finale of the 2017 FIM Asia Supermoto Championship, brought to you by Asian Supersports Group, and FIM Asia is about to kick into life. The nerves would be there, the butterflies building, the sweat trickling down the back as they sit in this stifling heat. Revs a bell engineer, we're racing in the final round, and Wilhelmsen gets a dynamite start. And where is Cornish? Into second position. Oh, there's a bit of a tag from behind him, but the Danish rider, followed by the guy from the United Kingdom in second position, as we expect that these 2 guys get out. Now Wilhelmsen will be trying to get as much lead as possible at the moment because he knows he's going to be affected by this heat sometime in the next 20 minutes. He was only going out and putting about 6 and 8 laps together during practice and qualifying. And look at right behind him, Cornish is doing what he's done all season. He's not worrying about the championship. He's going to let that look after itself. He's going to give chase, put pressure on the visiting Danishman and go, hey, you might be number 4 in the world, but I'm going to be number 1 in Asia and number 3 in the AMA as they go through the little timber tabletop jump. Coming back on a straight proper to finish the lap number 1. A 47.611 for Wilhelmsen. Oh, he has a big tank slapper and he's down. The Danish rider is down. He come off the jump the wrong way. Got the tank slapper on board and he's handed the lead to Lewis Cornish. Is this the championship being wrapped up? Tricorn Tan Tong in 3rd position. That is 20 points for him, so he might only gain 5 points on it. That'll mean 24 points if the position stays the same. What a dramatic stuff. This is what Cornish needs. He wants to jump into the lead. They put a new clutch in the bike overnight, working till 1 o'clock in the morning to make sure the Kenny Motorsports machine was up to speed, and it looks like he's right on song at the moment. Completes yet another lap, 47.874 for the Englishman. Onto this very fast section. Slows it down back to second gear, back up to third, back up to fourth. Oh, the back end kicking out as it hits the white lines now into the hairpin. Now he's just got to concentrate. He's got to ride as hard as he can, but not overstep the mark. It's all his to lose at the moment, Lewis Cornish. But what can Wilhelmsen do in reply at the moment? So it's Cornish at 47.874. In third spot, it's Siltrakan Tantong. Then Corey Zakaria there, the man that's got an outside chance of moving in the second spot, but not while Tantong there is in third position. That'll be a 5-point spread, so it'll be 24 points going into the final race. So we're coming down to the final 5 minutes, but remember, ladies and gentlemen, boys and girls, wherever you're watching the live streaming around the world, we've got 2 more laps after the 20 minutes is up. And it looks like now 47.611, the fastest lap for Wilhelmsen in that one. The gap now 7 seconds, so that's a big ask for anybody to hold back. And looking at Cornish, he's making it look easy. He's been inch perfect every lap. Had one slight little rear end kick out on him on about lap number 3. But apart from that, so at the moment, Trakan still in third position, a 48.496, his fastest lap. So he's, oh, who was that that's gone down again? It's just trying to pick out that one. That was a quick flash. If we could have another look at who was it, that was on screen. So Wilhelmsen has cut down the gap, and that's probably been helped a little bit by the back markers balking Cornish as he thinks, which way do I take them, left or right, and which part of the track, because there's not a lot of passing manoeuvres, even if you're coming over a lap rider, and you've really got to make it stick. And the gap now between him and Lewis Cornish down now to 3.2 seconds. So it's just a matter of hanging it on there. Cornish there, you can see, just as Wilhelmsen disappears over the doubles, you can see Cornish come into view. So the 2-lap board has been brought out at Complex Sukarno Negara here in Kuala Lumpur. Wilhelmsen's on his last lap of this opening leg. So again, he'll start from pole position. So the only change on the grid really is that Trakan will move up from 5th position on the grid in leg number 1 to be on the inside of the row number 1 for the opening leg. Wow, that is just set a scene for something very dramatic. The race is, as we said, the red mist with Trakan on the inside line going into turn 1 for the race number 2. But here they come. Wilhelmsen there about ready to get the checkered flag and take 25 points, and showing the quality and the class of the man that finished 4th in the World Supermoto Championship in 2017. Second position to come through will be Cornish, gets the checkered flag again.
Everybody around the world, in fact, riders from around the world is participating, like you see from Russia, which is not in our continent, and then from United Kingdom, which is also not from our Kono, but they are participating, and that shows that it is accepted and it is worldwide known that Asia is one of the biggest supermoto event in Asia. Hopefully, we are looking into that area, that directions, and we are actually developing this supermoto event not only in countries of our own, in our Kono, but we are extending also our collaboration, like I said before, to Australia. And maybe next year we will have another round, or one round of the 5 rounds of the championship in Australia.
As you can see behind me, quite a few people have shown up at Stadium Bukit Jalil to watch their favorite riders take part in Moto 2. And the race is about to start now.
nerves are building, pulses are racing, blood pressure rising, core temperature rising as well, because my goodness, it's warm out there. But then again, there's a bit of cloud cover has come over in the last half an hour, and the temperature has dropped a bit. There we go, racing, and another great start. And I tell you what, Cornish has been mobbed on the line. He's been absolutely mugged. Maybe it was the nerves of the championship getting to him, but it's Bill Helson that has got the whole shot. They're all through the first tabletop over the double. So now they're onto this, well, you'd call it a back curve, actually, a bit of a back straight. Now down hard under brakes the first time in front of the pits. So in first position, Bill Helmson. Oh, had a bit of a slide out there, looking to see who that was in fifth and sixth position. But Cornish, what a shocker of a start. It's probably the worst start he's had in about his whole career. Just bogged it on the line. Maybe he didn't have the traction control turned on. But here comes Bill Helson to take first lap down. So then it's Zakaria there in first. Gabit in third. Then Takashi in fourth, and Cornish back in fifth position. And who's had another? Is that Bill Helmsman that's had a bit of a whoopsie? He has. He's had a bit of a turnaround. So Zakaria there in the lead. From in second place, I believe that would be Habit. Yep, the defending champion. Will he go out with a win? The two Malaysians are at the front at this final round. A fitting finale for these guys. Hard fought at it. And I reckon Kyrie's going to make that bike about 15 foot wide as he goes over the tabletop into the hairpin to go back over the last of the dirt section. Oh, gets a bit loose on the exit of the hairpin. Allows Gabit to close up a bit, but Gabit there as they come down into the back straight. They'll be hanging over the fences there. All the Malaysians will be going absolutely ballistic at the two local heroes, first and second. Takashi Sasaki in third position. Lewis Cornish up to fourth position. At the moment, he's got the championship by the short and curlies because he's got Wilhelmsman behind him. And then where we go down to ninth place for Trakan Tantong. Oh, and Gabit is having a good look around the outside of him. Up the inside he tries as they go past our viewing point over the live streaming studio. And joining the fray in third position, Cornish has got the race pace on. Who said he was going to do it a bit easy and just take his time and wrap up the championship? But you know what? He's got the Danish rider right behind him, so it's bragging rights at the moment between the Englishman and the Dane. But Kyrie Zakaria. Oh, and up the inside comes Corey, shuffling back. Oh, and there's been a touch. Gabit comes back at him. Cornish ran it a bit wide, which allowed Gabit up the inside again on the KTM. So we've got a Husqvarna, a KTM and a Husky in the top three. So Zakaria there in first position. They come down into the breaking point. Cornish, a big move again. He runs it wide. Habula comes out. Oh, there it is. Wilhelmsen takes a bit of an effort out of him too. What is this? Cornish, just calm down or else you're going to throw it away. They know you got the nerves going. Happy Bull has been in this position this time last year when he wrapped up the championship in front of Andy McLeish from Australia. But look at this, while they're mugging each other for second, third and fourth, Kyrie Zakaria is getting away into the lead, so he might see another winner in Malaysia of a local rider. Cornish has just got to settle it down at the moment. He doesn't want to get into the street fight that's happening at the moment between these three in the battle for second, third and fourth. Trakan Tantong up to seventh position, so he's on the charge as well. There's a yellow flag down. Someone's gone down the outer side at the moment. But as they go storming past the big V450cc machines onto the stops, up to fourth gear. Hitting about 130 kilometres an hour. Oh, I tell you what, Zakaria come off that jump completely the wrong way. Now, Cornish has just got to if he starts to get the pressure from Wilhelmsen, he's just got to let him go. Oh, he nearly tagged him coming up into the hairpin at the end of the back straight there, right in front of the pits. He's got Lewis Cornish right behind him, and in turn, Simon Wilhelmsen is right behind those guys waiting to pounce. He wants a piece of this pie as well. And the dust starting to make that very slippery on the exit of the dirt section as they come back into the car park. Some of the slower riders already starting to get in the way. And Cornish there, he's just got to settle it down. He's got Sasaki behind Bill Helmsman, and then Makoto Arai there in 6th position. Trakan Tantong, the man that could win the championship, in 7th position. I asked what he does now, and he says, relax and drink a bit. So he enjoys life, that Sasaki-san, that's for sure. So we're getting into the closing minutes of the 2017 season here at Stadium Bukit Jalil in Kuala Lumpur. And it looks like it's going to be a final glory for Kairi Zakaria to take the win. He's still now with 4 seconds, just under 4 seconds in front of Wilhelmsen, but Wilhelmsen is looking rather focused at the moment. He's going up there. Yep, he'll get the... No, I think he's going to go through again. He'll be over the finish line. Oh, he's going to miss it. He's going to have to put in another... I'm just checking to see if they gave him the 2-lap board then. Yep, they certainly did, but he just got across the line before the actual timer ticked down. But maybe the organisers are taking a bit of sympathy on these guys with the heat that'll be just so oppressive inside that helmet, trying to breathe at the moment. But ladies and gentlemen, get ready for another winner in the 2017 FIM Asia Supermoto Championship with a local hero, Kairi Zakaria. So there's the last lap board coming out. I'm pretty sure the last lap board's come out. I can't see from my vantage point. But one thing's for certain, unless he makes a very major mistake, Zakaria is going to be the winner of the final race of the 2017 season. Wilhelmsen there in 2nd position, 4 seconds in front of our soon to be crowned 2017 FIM's Asia Supermoto champion, Lewis Cornish, the 24-year-old from Norwich in the eastern part of the United Kingdom. So here comes the checkered flag out. He'll put it on the back wheel in celebration, no doubt, does he? Yes, he does. What else would he do to celebrate a win in front of his home crowd? Well done to all. I'm sure he's a popular winner. Kairi Zakaria. And it's good to see the sportsmanship. Simon Wilhelmsen comes down to congratulate him. Lewis Cornish finishes 3rd, but takes out the championship in 2017 to be the new FIM Asia Supermoto champion.
Untuk tahun ni, untuk overall Asia saya di tempat kedua. Saya harap tahun depan saya akan lebih cemerlang dan lebih baik daripada tahun ni. Dan mungkin akan cerah lah kalau saya mendapat peluang yang baik. Di Moto1 saya crash kerana saya telah membuat braking yang terlalu awal dan kuat. Di mana situ saya membuat kesilapan besar. Saya jatuh low side depan. So saya cuba untuk mendapatkan balik terakan tapi masa tidak cukup. So saya cuba di Moto2.
Yeah, I started last weekend. That was nothing. It was I wasn't finished the race because of problems in the team. This weekend we did good. I made 3 crashes from stupid mistakes. Really, I'm not used to the bike, so yeah, it has been hard. Last race I lost my rear brake, so I only had the engine brake to make the slide, so it did it very difficult. The conditions, the weather has been hard for me. So I'm so happy and so happy for Harry. He's such a good rider. I think, man, he's doing a great job. I wanted to catch him, but I had no chance, no energy. I had no brake. I really wanted to do some fight with him because he's such a nice guy.
To be honest, I got the worst start of my entire riding career. I was in neutral when the lights went off and I didn't even realise. So, you know, I obviously put myself at a disadvantage there, but I clicked into 1st gear. at that point, Trakan was just a little bit in front of me, so turn 2, I ran him wide and you know, made sure he was behind me. I know he's the one that I've got to beat in this championship, so you know, I just did everything I had to do. We halfway through the race, things were getting a little bit messy between me, Gavitt and Simon, so I decided, you know, just to back things off. I'd already done enough for the championship and yeah, you know, just bring it home. And
Congrats on winning. What are your plans for next year?
you know, it'd be great to be back. You know, same team, same deal next year is hopefully what we're going to be doing.
Fourth place, Trakan 10 Tom. Lewis Cornish. Cody Zakaria. Start to present to Simon Wilhelmsen.
What a crazy championship it's been. We went to Thailand, Indonesia, Taiwan, Singapore, and now the grand finale in Malaysia. So we'll see you next year at the FIM Asia Supermoto Championship 2018. FIM Asia Supermoto Championship 2017 Gala Dinner. You can see all our riders at the back having a good time. So we'll see you next year.